Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here on a Thursday. It is November 7th. It is 2024. Woohoo. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, specifically, I think, on the East Coast. So we got some stuff to talk about. We got some NFL to talk about, some college football to talk about, a little NHL, NBA action. Not a big slate there for me anyway. And we're going to roll right into some stuff. We're also going to talk about some contests. You guys are going to like, share, subscribe. We're almost at that 50K mark for subscribers. So we really, really need it, want it. We appreciate it. Share us out. You'd be surprised who wants to listen to us ramble about sports, specifically me ramble about sports. Most people give you good picks for free. Check out the premium plays at the website, link in the description below, picksandparlays.net. Let's get into some stuff, shall we? Let's recap yesterday real quick. Yesterday, we went for some stuff on some NBA. At the end of the day, we were a loser in the NBA. I think we were 4-5 in the NBA. So it was a losing day in the NBA. We were on Sacramento minus 11. And I didn't think that was going to hit. Let me tell you, we were on Phoenix minus 5.5. They won by 3. We were close on some stuff, but this ain't horseshoes. There are no hand grenades here. Damn it. I don't know why I can't keep these glasses clean. For those of you that wear glasses, you know the struggle. When you go to clean your glasses and you instantly leave a thumbprint on there because you missed it. You missed the cleaner cloth thing. Whatever. Blind in one eye, can't see out the other. Oklahoma City, we were on them minus points, and Denver. Tim Earl somewhere is going Nuggets, duh. But I get it. Listen, it's early in the NBA season. These are small unit bets for me anyway. Chicago plus 10. They got their ass whooped. They lost by 20. I just thought double digits the NBA. I didn't want to say I just thought. It sounded like that. But, I was on the Bulls minus or plus points. I just thought it was a little too much in the NBA. We went 2 out of 3 in the parlay. Which we individually bet. One of the only other wins we had, or few wins we had, with Cleveland minus the 6.5. That was a 9-point win there. Phoenix didn't get us there. That was our 3-teamer. Out of the 3 favorite NBA, Sacramento, Phoenix, and Cleveland. Cleveland just didn't get it. Just didn't get there. I went Boston when they were down at half, plus 3.5. That didn't work out for me, obviously. But the over cashed for us. We did like the over in that NBA play, so that cashed for us. And how about them Pistons? Put those points in our back pocket. Talk about that. We needed all 1.5 points of that, which is, I think, what we have 1.5 or 2. They lose by 1. Charlotte at the buzzer or whatever. It is what it is. This is why when I bet the Pistons, and I just told Sniper West this when I recorded a free pick video with him, I said, he was on Charlotte and I was the money line, and I was like, I had Pistons plus points, and I'm like, man, what was great about this is when I bet this, I thought, in specific games, not specific, most games, I will, situations like that, I'll just take the plus money on the money line. I won't mess with the points. And I bet Pistons plus the small 1.5 points because I'm like, I don't trust the Pistons. They're probably going to need them. And they did. So that rounded out the NBA. NHL, we were on the over 6. Washington, Nashville, didn't get there. 3-2. We were on Washington, though, so we watched there. How about Western Michigan? God bless it. just got curb stomped by Northern Illinois. And Ohio, no doubt, 41-0 win over Kent State. I mean, no doubt, right? We teased Ohio down. We took Western Michigan plus the points, thought we'd have a little bit more of a game there, and we did not. So, we were also on the under. I just did not expect 42 out of Northern Illinois. I expected the 28 or 20 something out of Western. That's why I was on the under. I was on Western straight up. Neither worked. Western in a teaser. Nope. Western Michigan. Kick rocks. So today, though, we do like some college football today, and a little NFL college teaser, if you will. Thursday night football game is going over. Citizen Mope says Ravens offense is too potent, and both teams have okay defenses. I agree. I'm on the over. I'm going to look at the money real quick because that game starts. Well, that game don't start for a while. I keep thinking I'm on. I'm on. Wait a minute. The show starts on 5 o'clock Eastern, but I always but I'm not on Eastern, so this game doesn't start for a while. Let's look at the money. Money. Oh, all right. Opening line was 3, and now I see 5.5 6s. Pretty much split 50-50 on everything. That's kind of nuts. Trend. Come on, Bengals, Ravens. I don't want that real. I don't know how I know. All right, Bengals, Ravens. We in the right week. Got some sharp money coming in on the Ravens, but that line has dropped 6. 2-6. Well, I mean, it opened at 3, but I think you could still find that bad boy. There's some 6.5s out there. Was some 6.5s anyway. At some point, ESPN bet looks like it still has 6.5. But also you can get 5.5 at Baltimore if you want Baltimore. I'm on the Bengals plus the points, and I'm on the over. I think we get a very similar game that we did in Cincinnati. I wish T. Higgins was playing. I wish a few people were playing. I wish a few other people were playing, but nonetheless, I'm just going to take in a divisional rivalry game. I'm going to take all the points I can, and I think this game is going to be close. And a close game, which might go to overtime. I hope it goes to overtime. I would, because that plays into my game and everything that I'm into. So that being said, I'm on the over. Let's see. I'm on the over 52.5. I have Cincinnati at plus 6.5. Okay. So that's what I bet that at a while ago when it was at 6.5. I didn't think it was ever going to touch 7. So I bet the 6.5. I thought if anything, it comes down, you could see some Cincinnati money and whatever. And it did. It came down a little bit. Now 6 is 5.5. I'm on Cincinnati team total over 23.5 is what I got it at. You shop your lines, though, wherever you have that at. I think Cincinnati scores some points. I think nobody stops Baltimore, so that plays into my over. So we either have a good night in the NFL, or if it goes under, that means we probably didn't hit a few things. I'm also on Zay Flowers. I think his receptions, I got that over 4. I got it at 4.5. I see it at 5.5 now. I think he has a good night. So, however you want to get on him around that, however you want to do that, I'm on that. I'm on Zay Flowers, whether you think it's going to be receptions or yards. I'm on receptions over 4.5. That's what I like. So, I like to do stuff like I'll do like Ravens money line and Derrick Henry touchdown, like, you know what I mean, or something like that. I didn't do anything like that. I do have. Oops. Let's go back to this. I do have a nice little parlay in this game, though, that I do like. So, and this will play into, yeah, you like Daniel likes the over. What up, Lenny? What up, Capital? And you like the over. So we're all agreeing on this over right now. Let me check the poll. Should probably color the. Let me see real quick. You'd think I'd be able to pull it up like right away. 67% of us like the over in the poll in the chat. So keep that open and active. I kind of dig this parlay. Low juicy in some spots. I don't know. Lamar Jackson over 48.5 rushing yards. That's where I put this together at BetMGM this morning. Okay. So bear with me on odds. Over 48.5 rushing yards, because I think he's going to scramble. Maybe they get a little pressure on him. I think last time they played, he had. Well, actually, I had that game up. I saved it. Last time in Cincinnati, he had 55. At home, if he has to scramble a little bit, I think he gets to the 48.5 number. That's minus 115. I don't hate that all by itself. Okay. So, you know, you do you, Pikachu. But I also parlayed this with Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns. He has 2 touchdowns tonight. So passes, 2 touchdown passes, by the way. Hold on. Oh, no. Yeah, so I like Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdown passes. That was minus 200. Okay, because you got to figure he's going to throw 2, right? It's a little juicy. I get it. But I'm a little torn on the side. I think Cincinnati's a live dog. I mean, it's a divisional matchup. I get who's not playing and who is, and some questionable people. And for the sake of of divisional dogs, I have to believe in Cincy. To be clear, though, you look at the last 5, right? Since that 41-38 win for Baltimore in Cincinnati in overtime, okay? Since then, Cincinnati has beat, or I'm sorry, Washington has beat, don't forget the thumbs up, has beat, the Ravens have beat Washington, that's what I'm trying to say. 30-23, Washington's legit. That's a good win. We're going to look back at that and go, that's a damn good win. Tampa, 41-31. Tampa's a playoff team. And then they lost to Cleveland, which is just a weird game. Okay, division game, Baltimore, Cleveland, whatever. Okay, that game's always going to be a dogfight, right? And then they beat up on a Denver team, 41-10, right? But you look at the Bengals since that loss, 41-38 overtime in Baltimore. I'm sorry, in Cincy, they beat up on the Giants 17-7. The Giants are a bad team. They did beat Cleveland. Cleveland's a bad team, though. They lost to Philly 37-17. Philly's undercover good, under the radar. Nobody talking about them. They like it that way. Bad coach, good team. And then they beat Vegas, which is in disarray. So, actually, the Ravens at Capitol, actually, the Bengals are not bad at stopping the run. I mean, last game out, 5 weeks ago, everybody's in a different spot. You know what I mean? But 5 weeks ago, they held Derrick Henry to 92 yards and a touchdown. And I know that doesn't seem like they held him to that, but looking back, Derrick Henry since then, that we're going to be okay with 90. If they hold him to 92 and a touchdown today, they'll look at that as a win. You know what I mean? A lot of people going to play him. And Hill is injured, so Lamar rushing yards is a good pick. Yeah, thank you. I like that. Sean Higgs. So I can see how you could make a case for the Ravens spread. But I'm going to play the divisional dog and think the Bengals get up for this game. I don't think the Ravens look over this game. I don't think they don't. I don't think anybody looks over a game like this. This might be they're going to play again. Probably in the playoffs if the Bengals have their way. So why not have the tiebreaker? Remember, we talk about the storyline. We talk about the script. I talk about this. Let me say this. I'm the conspiracy theorist. I'm the one that talks about the script. And the script says Joe Burrow and his bleached hair come in here on Thursday night primetime and pull off some kind of shit. Just pull off some kind of stuff. So I won't count them out. But my favorite play is just the over. And I see people coming out. Every capper I know seems to be on the under. I shouldn't say that. Every capper I know, but I've seen a lot online. I'm not saying like any of my guys. None of that. Or I don't know anybody that, to be honest with you, here that is one way or the other. Actually, I did a free pick video with this Nick Parsons. Can't remember what his play was. Video's out though. We did that like 2 days ago. So videos football games I talked about. But I like the over. I feel like a lot of people are gonna go under, and it's probably the smarter thing. I might be public as hell. We might all look public right now. And if that's the case, I'll eat that crow tomorrow. Okay, but today, if I'm public, which it doesn't seem like it, I'll be honest with you. Let's see the total. Why in this game like at the top? Yeah, there you go. See, 82% of the bets, 82%, 86% of the money. So, let's see the over. This is not what I want to see. And I hate that. There was a report I used to be able to look at for on Action Network, but I could never find it. And I used to have it bookmarked, and then the season started and it moved around and their website, and now I've never found it this week. So I'm still kind of like, whatever. It's just I don't like the new view, I guess, or whatever. Whatever. But as far as the side, bets and money are pretty straight up. Okay. Money line, obviously, everybody's on the Ravens. Total, though, 82% of the bets, 86% of the money. That means everybody's betting the over. It opened at 46, believe it or not, weeks ago when this game was on there. Or not, I don't know about weeks ago, whenever it opened. 46, though. Now 52 and a half. They just keep begging you to take the over. You know, I'm on it. What up, Mr. Brian Gillihan? What's up? A lot. So I mean, I know Brian Gillihan, you're on the over too. We're talking about the money and everything, and maybe we are public tonight. Maybe we are, but that's a pill I'll swallow tomorrow. That's a pill I'll swallow tomorrow. College football. If you're into college football, I got some stuff going. Top 25 breakdown with Scott Reichel on the Winners and Miners channel will be tonight at 7 p.m. Probably have a little we'll probably discuss Thursday night football and some stuff like that as well. But we will be breaking down on Winners and Winers YouTube channel. The College Capper Show will be breaking down the top 25 college breakdown, all the games, every one of them. We hit our best bet last week as well with the no doubt winner in North Carolina over Florida State. So we are on a 2-0 run on some best bets. We're 2-1 for the season on best bets. We only started like 3 weeks ago. So we're 2-1, I think, on best bets. So college football show, 7 o'clock Eastern with Scott Reichel and myself. Now let's talk about some college football for tonight. Shall we? I got some stuff. And you know what? There's a nice teaser in here for you. I'm going to see right now if it's available. Still. Okay. Let's see if this teaser is available because we're gonna mess around and find out on a Thursday teaser. Thursday's teasers are 3-teamers. Okay, so pay attention. There'll be a test later. We're gonna take the Bengals. Start this off. We're gonna take the Bengals plus points. Okay, so if you ain't on that, don't even come around these parts. I'm not the one for you. So that's where I'm at right there. College football. Here it is. And then we're going to take Eastern Carolina down. I'll explain why in a minute. And we're also going to take Coastal Carolina up. Same reason, basically, in both, but for different reasons. We like East Carolina down. We like Coastal up. So that teaser, 6-point teaser, is going to pay you 160, plus 160. Bengals to 12. We want to be up over that 10 number. Divisional game, even if we lose by 10, that's considered the Ravens an ass whoop. That's a beat down, okay? And we'll take the 10. I mean, but if they win by 10, we'll take the 12 points. East Carolina, we're going to take that down to 2. I think they win the game. Coastal will take them up and over a touchdown. That'll be plus 160. Plus 160. We'll take that money. We're going to smack that teaser. We are going to smack that teaser, and here's why. We talked about Cincinnati and why we like the Bengals, right? We don't have to go down that road. Coastal and App. Let me just say this. They're both 4-4. 2 in Sunbelt. App State 2-3 in the Sunbelt. Coastal 1-3 in the Sunbelt. They're both mediocre at best teams. They're both 4-4 teams. It just is what it is, right? Been talking about this all week in the MAC. Sunbelt ain't no damn different. That being said, East Carolina firing their coach, coming off a big win in Temple, 56-34. Florida Atlantic, 3-game skid right here. Okay. I mean, they were 2-3, and then they go lose to North Texas. Utsa, they lose to 38-24. That one's gonna hurt. That looks bad on the resume. Okay. North Texas 41-37, whatever. You were in that game. And then you lose to USF or USF 44-21. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, Florida Atlantic. I think East Carolina does enough to get the job done. They're favored by 7.5. I don't like that. Individually, I don't like that. I don't like the touchdown and a hook. So I'll tease it down under a touchdown, under 3, get it to like 2, 1.5. I'll take that. So far we're at the Bengals and East Carolina. Third leg. This is what gets us home there here, baby. Coastal Carolina. 4-4, 1-3 in the conference. App State, 4-4, 2-3 in the conference. And again, mid. Nobody running away with nothing here. Neither resume screams world beater. Nobody screams weakness. Okay. 70-ish degrees, maybe some rain, sloppy weather. I'm taking Coastal. I'm taking the points. I'm running with that. I want the points here. Sorry, I was reading something came through. So you tease Coastal up. You can get Coastal right now by itself at 2.5. You can get 2 most everywhere. You can find 2.5. Circa's got 2.5. ESPN's got 2.5. FanDuel's got 2.5. MGM, DK, Bet365, Pinnacle, all Caesars, they have 2. So either way, tease it while you can. Take the 2 up over to the touchdown. Put that in our back pocket. Hope Coastal cares. I don't want to hope, but I think Coastal keeps it close at home. Plus 8.5. I'm going to take those 3. Smack that double unit, 2-unit teaser parlay NFL college football. We rolling. Remember I told you guys yesterday I got a chipped tooth and it's cutting my tongue and it hurts. Can't get to the dentist till the 15th. That's some stupid ass shit. Hurts. So, I put that together, by the way, at DraftKings. The teaser. I don't know if I told you guys that, but that's where I put it together. Let me track it now that I bet it. Boom. And again, that's plus 160. You can't go wrong there. I mean, oops. What I'm doing wrong here. I don't know. I'll track it in a minute. Anyways, what else you got going? The only college football play I have today is FAU team total under 23.5 plus 100 is what I got. I don't hate that as either. I just think it's a call. I'll be honest with you. Coastal Carolina, or I mean not Coastal, ECU probably win this game by double digits. By the way, I know our guy Tim Earl Sports Bets I don't know about Nick. I didn't ask him. I'm assuming he will probably be there as well. But I know Tim Earl will be at this game. He will be, as he says, boots on the ground for this game. So if you don't follow our guys, Earl Sports Bets, over at on YouTube, you should be following their channel for sure. Daily free stuff all the time. But if you don't, you should be also following them on Twitter or X or whatever you call it. TikTok, I'm sure Instagram, they'll have some stuff. They'll have some live content from the game. Hopefully we'll get a live halftime breakdown from them. I'm going to text them right now and tell them that. Hold on. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. There we go. All right, I told him I expect some live content from the game tonight. So that's what we're on. So that's what we're doing. NHL. I like Calgary in the over. I don't hate. I did a kind of juicy parlay, but I got Calgary plus a goal and a half on the puck line. It's like minus 195, 200. I know it's juicy, but it's parlayed plus the over 5.5. So if they keep it close, go over 5.5. It's plus 160. I'm on Buffalo plus a goal and a half at minus 150. That's juicy. You do you, Pikachu. Not on a lot of NHL. I'm on over 5.5 by itself in that Calgary game. And that's it. I don't like a lot of NHL. There is a lot of NHL. I don't like a lot of NHL. I leaned Sharks tonight at plus money. Didn't bet it. Probably the Kings at plus money. Didn't bet it. The Avs over. Didn't bet it. Stars, way too juicy. Probably in regulation or minus 15 goals. I mean, I didn't bet it. It's way too juicy for me. I like St. Louis. Didn't bet it. These are what I have written down. Didn't bet. Don't have nothing on Flyer, Lightning, Penguins, Hurricanes. I don't have nothing on either game. Talked about Tim Earl just texted me, said I'm just saying, Tim, I'm the wrong person to tell, Tim. I'm on the internet here, the worldwide internet. Tim says there may or may not already have a TikTok planned. Awesome. So go if you're on TikTok, go to TikTok, follow ESB chat or ESB. I think it's just ESB Earl Sports, but I don't know. Follow the damn TikTok, find it. Can't be that hard. Canadians and the Devils, no thank you. Predators and the Panthers. This is probably a game Predators win. I didn't bet it. I love the price tag. Didn't bet it. And I'm all over this Flames and Bruins game. We talked about that. After yesterday's NBA, tonight's NBA, there's only 3 games, and I don't really like any of them. So I'm going to take a hard pass on NBA today. So that's where I'm at. What are you guys on? As usual. Here we go. Michael says, if you think tonight will be a high scoring game, don't you have to take Cincy plus 6? Yes, I have 6.5. Yeah. And I took them in a teaser too, up to 12. I think if you're going to get there, I also have Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns and some parlay stuff. So I think if you're going to get there, if you think it's going to be a high scoring game, there's multiple ways you can approach it. Multiple angles, right? It's like a pizza. In the middle is the over. How you want to get there, prop wise, side wise, total wise, like team total, whatever you want to do. That's how I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Maybe I'm just believing in there's so much time out on me or die. Maybe it just timed out. All right. So yeah, Exactly. I think it's going to be high scoring, so I'll go. As usual, I have plenty of NHL plays. I knew you would. I've been riding the Canes. Martin props. All right, hold on. Now I'm going to go to the Canes. Let's just blindly follow. You know how I ride. Like All right, who are we on? Martin. Remember that show? On assists. Okay. Plus 105. I got half unit. And anytime goal plus 200. Dang. We got 175. Oh, here's 185. Oh, here's 200. We're going the right direction. Plus 200. That's what I got. And over 1.5 points. Got it. Okay. 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 Get on that. On it. On it. Heard. I'm on it. Is there any worry T. Higgins being out tonight? Yes. Yep. Any news on left tackle Brown also being out of playing for Bengals? No. I haven't heard one way or the other yet about Brown. But it does worry me about T. Higgins. I would feel way more comfortable if he was playing for sure. Or at least I knew he was playing. But I rolled the Bengals before. Knowing this. So I still think it could be a high scoring game. You know what I mean? Do I want them? Who doesn't? You know what I mean? But of course, but is it worrying me? I still took the teaser. I'm still like the over. I'm still on it. But yeah, I'm not, I think this game is I feel like this game is gonna be good. Damn, this thing doesn't last. I feel like this is gonna be a really good game. So however that works out, I think we're gonna get to the over. If not, if the Bengals aren't competitive in this game, and I feel like to be competitive in this game, they have to score points. So if the Bengals aren't competitive in this game, despite, I don't care if Chase, Higgins, anybody, I don't care who's out. If the Bengals are not competitive in this game, they're done for the year, and they should really, really think about how they're going to approach the rest of the year. Because I feel like they're done. They're done. If they get curb stomped tonight, they're done. If it's an overtime game like last time, and they're like in it, okay, you can plan on making some noise in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Was I surprised that our Lions didn't go? They did go get a pass rusher. Zadarius Smith, former Cleveland Brown, is now a Detroit Lion. Yep. Yeah. I wish they would have went sooner. But for what they paid for him, I mean, they give up like a 5th and 6th, and they get a 7th or something like that. They're swapping some late round picks, and Browns pay like 11. We owe him like less than like a couple $100,000 for the rest of the season, basically on loaner. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. I'll take that for some pass rush. I'll tell you what, that's Sunday Night Football game. I struggle with the Sunday Night Football game because the Lions, at the beginning of the year, I try to go to a game every year. This was the year I wasn't going to go home to Detroit for see a game. I was going to go on the road and see a game. I didn't want to go to Arizona. I've been there. I wanted to go to LA, but whatever, scheduling wise didn't work out. So I penciled this Houston game in because I'm like, this is gonna be a Sunday night game. It's gonna be a damn good game. It's gonna matter. Blah blah blah. I did that. Now I'm not saying the Lions had this game scheduled or circled on their calendar. I did, right? And then I am choosing not to go because I'm saving for a playoff. And specifically, I think I don't want to say it out loud, but I think I'm saving for the big one. I think this is the year I'm going to the big one. I ain't never been to the last game of the year. I ain't never been to the last game. I've been to all kinds of play. I've been to some games. I ain't never been to the last game. And I think this is the best opportunity we've ever had to play in that last game. And I think I'm going. So wish me luck. Yeah, but I'll take Zadarius Smith. I think let me pull him up real quick. Right quick. Did you see the bullshit Brian Branch apology? So you think about it, I heard a couple people say this, and I got a buddy says this. He's a big Chiefs fan. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, this is it. But I ain't met a Chiefs fan, and I'm not. This is not a diss or no dig on Chiefs fans, no whatever on Chiefs fans. I ain't met one of you that wanted to play us. Not this year. I'd feel hard pressed to say a team out there is going, I want the Lions. I don't see none of y'all saying that. I'm afraid of Baltimore, AFC. If in a perfect, I'm getting way ahead here, right? Way ahead. If I'm an NFC team looking at AFC teams, right? You never want to play the Chiefs. They just been there, done that like multiple times. They know where to go. They know where the parking is. They know how to get their family tickets. And I'm telling you what, that shit plays in effect. Okay, that's into all that stuff. And you sit there and you say, oh, we know what we're doing. And we already been there. We know where to park. We know where to go. We know what door to get in. We know what time to show up. We know what to expect. Lions, goddamn, if you get there, you don't even know where the stadium's at, man. You're gonna have problems. They're gonna be so hyped up. That will worry me. But looking at AFC teams, of course you don't want to play Chiefs, but I don't want to play Baltimore. I think they're more dangerous in a way to a Lions team. But you think about this. The defense at secondary for the Lions is gelling, and they're playing really well. And they're flying around the ball. They're taking the penalties. They're flipping the fans off. They don't give a shit. It's a no-fly zone. Welcome to the jungle. Cue the music. This is the king of the jungles of the Lions, and it's a no-fly zone. Okay, so they out there just putting it on dudes. And now you get some defensive pressure up the middle with Alan McNeil. I don't know how to say his first name. McNeil, DJ Reader. And now you had Darius Smith on the end. NFC Championship game. Let's put it this way. Super Bowl, Aiden Hutchinson could be back. I'm asking a lot. And I know it's like the planets got to align. All the world's double thumbs up, heart emojis, like water, salmon got to swim upstream. It's all kinds of stuff have to happen. All right. The sun, the moon, the stars. Every woman ever has to be in a good mood. Like it's just everything has to align. But could you imagine Darius Smith and Aiden Hutchinson hungry, hungry, hungry young defense. Man, I'm going. No, 5 o'clock start. Damn, better late than never. Good luck tonight, y'all. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Oh, no notice on the 5 o'clock start? What? Maybe I did it too early. That's my bad. I could fix that because I'm the one that does that. So, but from here on out, I think I'm gonna do the 5 o'clock start. Um, viewer wise, it seems to draw more attention on that five. I'm on in my head. I'm like, I think I'm on the radio, and it's like your 5 o'clock drive home. But it kind of parlays right into everything else for Thursday night football. So 5 o'clock because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Eastern specifically is when we're starting. Really like the Lions. I'm not impressed with the Texans straight to schedule so far. The Texans are struggling. They're hurt. They're banged up. So I think that plays into it. I'm not a fan of the Lions. I don't want to say, and they're playing really good. I feel like they cannot do anything wrong, which scares the shit out of me because it's only week 10 and this is a long NFL season. I don't know. Capital, I can see that Super Bowl. Yeah. Would you agree that the main reason Lions are as good as they are is due to the best offensive line in football? 1,000,000%. I don't think they're as underrated as they have been, but I'll tell you what, I've been saying this for 2 years. This is the best offensive line in football. I'll say this, the Eagles have a damn good offensive line too and could rival the Lions, but the Lions run game, I'm not taking anything away from Sonic and Knuckles, Montgomery and Gibbs. But that offensive line, I feel like I could get some yards in that offensive line with 2 bad knees and 51 years old. You know what I mean? I mean, they are Penei Sewell is the best offensive lineman in football. At right tackle. I feel that way. I feel like he's the best offensive tackle, or he's definitely best offensive tackle in football. He's the best offensive lineman in football. Okay. And the dude's catching tutties, throwing them, catching them. He's also like slot receiver, tight end, fullback. Like, but that's just because we're whatever. But I think I don't think they're as underrated. They don't get as, I just think offensive linemen don't get as much national media. But if you bring it like, Jared Goff is on another level, and it's because of them. I'm not to take anything away from Jared Goff's play. He's playing in an MVP status, MVP level. I mean, that offense has more touchdowns than incompletions. It's like than incompletions, not interceptions, not incompletions. More touchdowns than incompletions. Come on, man. I mean, I just think that it all starts. Big fat guys win Super Bowls, man. I got shirts made that say it. I got merch. It's on the Picks and Parlay contest page. Fat guys win Super Bowls. Detroit Lenny's been saying it for years. Fat guys win Super Bowls. Both sides of the ball. Big boys win big things. And if you can't stop that run with big guys on the defensive side, or you can't start the run on the offensive side. It starts and stops with the defensive and offensive side of the ball, with the line, I should say. And that's why Jared Goff is having games where he's 100% completion. He goes 18 for 18. He doesn't have to throw 30 times. You're 18 for 18. 220 and a touchdown. I'm good with that every day, and it's because he's got all day to throw. He ain't mobile, so yeah, I love him. Yeah, I Gibbs and Montgomery are double-headed monster. It's like I argue with people at the beginning of the year, and people just thought I was just a homer, but for real, I know I am, but I dare people. I feel like that meme. You know that meme where that dude's sitting there He looks like he's in front of a college campus at the folding table, and underneath it says "Change my mind" or whatever. Tell me a better double-headed running back, double-headed monster, like you said, or name me a better tandem running back 1 and 2. Name me a better in the NFL right now. I don't think you can. I don't know if you can in the last 10 years. I'll say it. I don't know if you can ever. That would yet to be determined. If they go ahead and win the Super Bowl and just dominate for this year and the next, we're talking gold jackets. But these dudes it's unbelievable. Yeah. Just look at this. Let this stat sink in. It's video game numbers. I said this to somebody else. I go, this is like they're playing a video game. You know what I mean? 28 touchdowns, 24 drop passes. I mean, I really wish that was like going into the playoffs. Like that was stats like the last week 12 through 17, but whatever. I agree, but I think their defense is underrated. Therefore, the whole team is legit. Yeah, I do think their defense is underrated. And they're for sure going to be underrated now without Aiden Hutchinson. And they got no pressure without him. So I'm hoping Zadarius Smith at least creates the illusion of pressure and actually gets some. So since week 3, Lions have outscored opponents. I mean, this is I said this at the beginning of the year. The first couple weeks, they didn't look like they were gelling. That defense kept them in games. Now, and I think that was the lack of preseason and everybody playing in preseason. Nobody plays in preseason now. Nobody for anybody, right? So there's no cohesiveness. There's no chemistry. There's no rhythm. And week 3 or 4, Lions start to get a little rhythm. 216 to 108. If you don't like it, stop us. Derrick Henry this season could be named as the better running back, maybe. He's probably the overall better running back. But I need a 1-2 when I talk about Montgomery and Gibbs. And I'll say this. I think David Montgomery is a poor... Okay, so Derrick Henry in his prime, David Montgomery... I don't want to say a broke man's Derrick Henry, but a middle class version of Derrick Henry. Okay, like he's just a little smaller than Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry's a fucking like what do they call those things? A swind, like a beam. Those wrecking balls. Derrick Henry's a wrecking ball with feet. Okay, and David Montgomery is like the like he's just a little less thick. I think stat wise. Now I gotta know. Hold on, because I gotta look at his size. Wise, I gotta look at his measurements. Because okay, so he's 5'11", 224. Is David Montgomery measures in according to ESPN at 5'11", 224. Damn. That's just, and that, I don't know if you guys saw him on social media this offseason. He was squatting like 700 pounds, 700 pounds. His legs are like tree trunks, like Derrick Henry's. I mean, just tree trunks, the old redwood tree trunks. Derrick Henry weighs or measures in at 6'2", 247. That's a little smaller, 3 inches shorter, and about 20 pounds lighter. That's what David Montgomery reminds me of. He's obviously younger. When we got him from the Bears and all that, I thought, all right, man. Like this dude, I loved him. I hated when we played against the Bears because of him. He just, but he reminds me of that. Or like Michael Doe says it right here. Saquon Barkley looks great too. What's Saquon measuring at? I'm just curious now, like size-wise. Roster. 6', 233. So so it would be Derrick Henry, Saquon, David Montgomery as far as height, weight, and I'll agree to run a dude over and punch him in his mouth. I'll agree with the 1, 2, 3 level of that as well. So this season, I can't say David Montgomery because I'll sound like a homer. Out of the three of them, David Montgomery has the best offensive line. I'll say Derrick Henry is the better one because he has out of the three, he has the least offensive line to work with. I think Saquon is really reaping the benefits of his offensive line, and he made the smartest decision he ever made was leaving the Giants. Derrick Henry leaving the Titans. These are guys that are older on the end of their careers that have decent offensive lines that are hungry. David Montgomery's cocky. That's the difference. And he brings his little brother with him, Jamar Gibbs, that'll run circles around you. So, I mean, I think Derrick Henry does more with less. But I ain't kicking none of them, dude. If you got to start, okay, so here's a fun thing for you. We'll talk about this more tomorrow because I got to wrap this up though. Start, sit, cut. Start, sit, cut. Henry, Barkley, Montgomery. Start, sit, cut. Start, sit, cut. I'm going to go back. Ravens 31-24. I'll take that win. Because I got 6.5. But I'll take that for teaser and I'll take that for over reasons. But stop. 30 straight pass completions in a row. Haven't had trouble. I'm on him to score touchdown this week too. I'm just saying. I would take Henry, but Montgomery's a touchdown. So they love him in the red zone. I mean, if they're inside the 10, they are doing play action on some weird shit to the tight end or the fullback, or they're going to run it right down your throat. Like it's either, okay, it's halfback dive right, halfback dive left. It's either A gap or it's B gap. It's either whatever, however, 1 or 3. One, I mean, I should say 1 or 2. We're going either 1 gap or 2 gap, however you want. And we're going to do it 4 times right down your throat. And I don't feel like anybody can stop them from doing that. That's why Dan Campbell goes for it so much on 4th down. He doesn't think you could stop him. And he's right. Same here. I always thought he looked great on the Bears. Oh my God, I loved when we grabbed. Keep the line healthy. I'd like Sewell at left tackle, but that's my you are being greater. Decker is meh because of the rest of the line. I think Decker has been good before he got help. And then now he's still good, but his help is phenomenal. So I would like to shore up a little bit more on that line. I think everybody's one injury away from being shitty. So thoughts on Joe Mixon? I think the guy's solid all around back, but he gets nowhere. Joe Mixon's always underrated. He's been underrated his whole career. But maybe I'm bitter fantasy wise. He just always seems to screw me. Got absolutely obliterated at the casino today, and it just payday. Damn, dog. Damn. That sucks. I've been there. Those days when I used to I first moved out, you get a paycheck, you go to the casino, cash check, and you don't leave with no money. But you had a good ass time. Throw some dice, get around that. All right, guys, I got to wrap this up now. I need to hit 1 or 2 of them. Hey, listen, I got to rewind the show. I like my parlay. I gave you a 3-team teaser that was very It was plus 160. So I took Coastal plus points, East Carolina minus points, and then I took the Bengals in a teaser. Run that plus what plus 160. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Good luck, unless you're against me. We'll see.